So today I thought I would lighten the mood a little bit and share with you 5 happiness strategies backed up by science that you can use to feel better. The first strategy, and might be obvious, but it's probably one of the most powerful, is to stay connected with other people. What is the biggest difference between the happy people and the people who are typically not happy? Their social relationship. In particular, in our data, what we find is that the happiest people who on average tell us that they're like 90, 95%, 100% happy, tend to spend about 70% of the time surrounded by others, or at least another person. The least happy people in our sample, they only spend half of that. They only spend about 35% of the time connected with other people. Another fascinating finding from happiness research is that one of the most powerful ways you can boost happiness is actually by being kind to other people. We tend to think of altruism as sacrificing your own happiness in order to benefit someone else, but it turns out that happiness is not a zero-sum game. And when you help someone else, you typically feel happier as a result, not less happy. And if you need inspiration, I think this current pandemic has also triggered a pandemic of kindness. Just go on social media and type COVID kindness, and you'll be amazed at some of the smartest ways human beings find to be kind to each other in these difficult times. The second advice that I would give you is to connect with nature. So again, that might sound obvious, but there's lots of research showing that when we live surrounded by nature, we live in nature, we interact with nature, we tend to experience higher well-being, lower stress. There's even research suggesting that views of nature can help us heal faster. And so nature is really embedded in our psychology, and we need nature to feel good. How do you do that when you're stuck in your small apartment without any access to a garden, to a park, or anything? Some research suggests that nature substitute can already do the trick a little bit. Then we can reap some of the benefit of nature just by, for example, caring for a plant. So if you have a plant at home, taking care of your plants, watching plants, having plants in your visual can already help lower your stress, lower your blood pressure, and increase your mood. If you don't have plants, some other studies suggest that listening to the soundtrack of nature, put for 15 minutes the noise of a forest or a waterfall, can lower stress and increase people's mood. Even putting on your TV pictures of nature can already have some benefit to your mental health. And finally, if you don't own a TV, you don't own a speaker, and you don't have a plant, you can close your eyes and imagine for 10 or 15 minutes taking a walk toward a beautiful natural scene. And studies suggest that even this small step, this small thing, can already improve your mood and lower your stress. Third advice, connect with the present moment. So how can you stay in the present moment while you have all these worries about the uncertainties of the future? Well, I'll share with you 2 strategies. The first is to try mindfulness meditation. If you haven't heard of mindfulness meditation, it is getting more and more popular, and there's a growing body of evidence to suggest that it indeed can help lower stress, increase well-being. And the idea is to take a moment to focus on your breathing, on your body sensation in a non-judgmental way, and to sort of recenter your attention on whatever is happening here and now inside of you. And in particular, I suggest that you try what we call savoring. My research suggests that it's a powerful way you can boost your well-being. And savoring means taking something that you like and try to experience that thing with your 5 senses. Try to sharpen your senses and one by one fully savor, experience this product that you like. Number 4, connect with a passion. And if you observe happy people, you find that happy people do stuff. And in particular, they do things that make them feel a sense of autonomy. They do things that makes them feel a sense of growth. They do things that makes them experience a sense of purpose and meaning in life. And finally, they do things that are just fun for themselves intrinsically. Find a passion, or you connect with an old passion that allows you to check some of these boxes. My last advice would be to connect with your emotions. The problem with negative emotions is not so much that we have them. I mean, it's just part of life to have negative emotions, but it's more the relationships that we have with our negative feelings. we can actually start learning from our negative emotions, right? We can use that information to actually act on our values, on our goals, and progress towards that. When you experience negative emotions, rather than trying to chase them away, first tell yourself, I notice I'm experiencing, and then you put the emotion name. Now you can ask yourself, okay, what is this irritation? What is this fear telling me about what's important for me? And then rather than dwelling on that negative feeling, now it's time to make a plan, right? How can you progress towards this goal or this value or this needs that you have that is not being fulfilled, even in a tiny way? What kind of step can you take to progress towards that? My research suggests that people who experience emotions, a lot of them, including all the negative emotions, are actually healthier than people who experience a narrow range of emotions. So please try to welcome your emotions, accept them, learn from them, rather than chasing them away. So to wrap up, these are clearly difficult times, and people are stressed, people are unhappy. I think one way we can cope with it is to make sure we find moments to take care of happiness. And taking care of our happiness means caring about other people, getting our daily fix of nature, getting our daily dose of touching base with the present moment, of pursuing your passion, and listening to our emotions rather than chasing them away.